So I finally got a chance to see Superman, and I have to say, the movie was pretty good. I will admit it does feel like you're jumping into like something that's already happening, but for the most part, the movie is good. But there's one thing that stands out, one character that will make me remember this movie forever. Mr. Terrific. He is like the best black character I've seen come out of Hollywood in a long time. Let's talk about it. What is up, YouTube? My name is Mario, aka the Real Super Mario. Check out this main channel because the main channel is popping, aka the Loot Box Hero, aka YouTube's greatest fat man. Bring you another video. Alright, so we have an interesting video for you today. I finally got a chance to see Superman. I think I'm going to review the movie after I see Fantastic Four and do like a double feature type of thing. I do have a lot of things to say, but the one thing I will talk about today, and I'll try not to drop any spoilers in this, and that is Mr. Terrific, because I talked about in the Ironheart video how the love interest guy was kind of like a benchmark for like black characters, right? For like regular dude black characters, okay? Because again, he doesn't hit any of the tropes that I've been talking about with black characters. He's just a regular dude. Mr. Terrific is like that on steroids, all right? Like, he's not only a regular dude, but he also has like aura. He's like actually cool. And I'm like, oh, they like James Gunn did it with this one, okay? All right, there's a lot I can say about James Gunn and his writing and how he kind of like, you know, gets stuck in this ensemble style writing he does. But he did it up when he did Mr. Terrific, though. All right. Of course, you want to continue getting videos like this from me. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, all that good stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me. Follow me on twitter.com/RSMario128. And please go ahead and drop the comment because that helps the video and the algorithm. But yeah, so Mr. Terrific, I've never really encountered him. I don't know about his history. I haven't read any of his comics, even though I might go back and check out some now. But in the movie, he is part of the Justice Gang, right? He's kind of like the tech guy, but, you know, unlike most like genius nerd tech guy characters, he's not in the background. You know what I'm saying? He's more like, kind of like Tony Stark or Batman when it comes to genius tech guys. All right, he can get in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Which is actually pretty good. And the thing is, his dialogue, the one negative I will have to say is his dialogue does sound kind of like, you know, black exploitation-y.
Hey, call the close directors in here. I can help.
I don't need your help. I'm a goddamn Mr. Terrific.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but I mean, to me, it's not really that much of a bad thing because it's a superhero movie. All right, and the thing about the black exploitation kind of dialogue, that Shaft-like dialogue, is the fact that it's kind of corny. But this is a superhero movie, so being corny is just par for the course. All right, so that doesn't really affect him too much for me. But I can see how people wouldn't like that. You know what I'm saying? Everything else about Mr. Terrific was good. And like, there was one tweet from one person that kind of like explained something about Mr. Terrific that kind of fits perfect. What made Mr. Terrific stand out from other characters was his dialogue. I feel like there was no over explanation or big words where somebody replies in English, please. A genius would know how best to communicate his points while dropping one-liners and aura farming. And that's exactly what he does. Like, he's not like exposition guy or textposition guy. That's not him. Like, he knows how to tell you what's happening in layman's terms. All right? Because he is an actual genius. All right? Because one thing about the genius character type is that people kind of like write them as like these like autistic type of people. Whereas like, you know, they're geniuses and they have all this book knowledge, but in gaining all this book knowledge, they don't really have a lot of people skills. And that does kind of fit with geniuses, you know, myself included. I mean, I'm smart, but, you know, people skills, you know. But he's not like that, though. He's smart, but he's also just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? He's not only just a regular dude, but a cool regular dude. Which works. Which makes him like the perfect black character. Alright? Because, again, and he kind of embodies the things you want to see in a black male character. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every character needs to be Mr. Terrific. Not every black character needs to be Mr. Terrific. Alright? The whole point of when I talk about black escapism and black tropes and black characters is to give you creative freedom. Right? Because sometimes when people want to write black characters and stuff like that, they look at the characters and stories and tropes that come out of Hollywood and the most common stuff, and they try to write something like that because they feel like that's what black people want to see in their characters, when that's just the choices that we have. All right, we actually want to see more than that. Okay, and that's what I'm doing. This is about creative freedom. This is not saying that you need to make your black main character like Mr. Terrific. No, but it wouldn't hurt though. And I already know somebody's gonna say this. It's gonna be in the comments at some point. Somebody that's not gonna get to this part of the video, and they're gonna be like, "Oh well, you just want characters that aren't black. You want a black face without a black character. You know, you don't want a character that's capital B black or that speaks to the issues of blackness." And to that, I say, kinda yes. Here's the thing: not every character needs to do that. Not every character needs to have like a poignant thing to say about the state of blackness or being black or what have. Not every character needs to do that. Some characters just need to be characters in the story. All right, not every character needs to be, fighting against the, fighting against the system. You know, some kind of rebel, anarchist type of character. Not every character needs to do that. Not every character needs to have, quote unquote, black story, quote unquote. His story is black because he is black. That's what it is. Alright, you know what I'm saying? It's not politically black or socially black. It's black because the person in the story is black. Alright, you know, and I think this is pretty good because, again, you gotta remember, it's escapism. Like, there's a time and a place to have the capital B black story. There's a time for struggle stories. There's a time for all of that. And right now, it's escapism. It's time to escape that reality for a little bit. And I think he fits that mold perfectly of pulling you out of reality, but still having black representation. As far as like his role in the movie, like he gets active. All right, basically his like tech, he's kind of like Black Zenyatta. All right, because he's got these like terror spheres, I guess they're called. You know what I'm saying? And so he got, when he gets into a fight, the spheres come out and he just lets them suckers go loose. Like, there's this one scene, without spoiling too much, where him and Lois Lane have to go and like get something, and they get run up on by all these dudes, and the dudes are like, "Oh no, it's a dude from the Justice Game, but he's just the smart one." All right, and so then as he gets closer to the thing he's trying to get to, and they're like, "Hey man, stop! Where you going?" And he eggs them, and so then they're like, "Okay, well, we're gonna have to fight him," and they think they're gonna be able to just jump him, and the terror spheres come out, and he basically just puts Lois Lane in a freaking Winston bubble. If you play Overwatch, you know what that means. And then the spheres just fly around and just take people out, and he's like fighting hands with people. The spheres are taking people out, and then he starts to aura farm. Okay, all right, this man grabs one of the spheres that's flying by, and then just takes that sucker over to another person. It flies him over there. This man is aura farming. This man doing Genji moves, all right, in the middle of this fight, bruh. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, so far, because again, they haven't delved into his character too much. He's a regular guy. He's a nerd. He's smart, but he's not ineffective. He's not awkward. All right. He doesn't have some weird sexual proclivity. All right. No dresses. He's not gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
Nothing like that. Regular dude. I'm saying. James Gunn did pretty good with this one. All right. I mean, I had to say something about it because I was like, bruh, Mr. Terrific is that guy. He's that guy, man. So that's about it for this one. This was just a quick in-between video because I got some other projects. And then I've got the next trope videos coming. So I just wanted to grease the wheels of the algorithm a little bit with this one. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. And as always, people, have yourself a good one.